Facebook.
What's up, guys?
And YouTube and Instagram, everybody else. Happy Sunday. Okay. Yeah, let's tag Chris Taylor in this post, why don't we? Did you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So, I gotta remember where the camera is. Shout out to Tyrannophobia, baby! Tyrannophobia is our good friends, a group of our friends. They have a heavy metal band, right?
Yes.
Heavy metal. So you can follow them. I think it's at Tyrannophobia. I'm sorry, I should know. I don't know. But shout out to them. Look them up. They're very good. Yeah, Zom!
What's up, Zom? Like the merch?
So my merchandise is from my best friend Sarah. She bought this shirt for me right after we got engaged, and I try not to wear that in public because I don't know, it feels a little bit weird, but I like to wear it around the house. And I thought it was an appropriate shirt to wear for this episode. So today we're talking the 5 love languages plus 1. Okay, sorry, I'll try to scoot up.
Come on up.
Okay, there you go. Do you know what the 5 love languages are? Actually, go back. How was your week?
My week?
Yeah.
My week was crazy. Really busy at work. And a lot of sleeping because I was so tired. And then the last 2 days I've been stupid sore from CrossFit. So
CrossFit's been kicking ass lately.
All in all, it's been a very good week.
Yeah. Do you want to ask how my week's been? Or?
How's your week been?
Oh, thank you for asking. Oh, you have something in your tooth. Come here. Yeah, you gotta get out.
Hold
on. Okay, so my week has been good. Still just adjusting to getting up early, going to work. CrossFitting. I signed up for my first CrossFit competition in September, which I'm super duper nervous about. But so I'm really dialing in on my nutrition for the next 6 weeks and just staying really focused on not missing any days, which can be hard because I'll be tired. But that's okay. So yeah, that's how that's been. Okay, so this episode we're talking about the 5 love languages. If you haven't seen this book before, The 5 Love Languages, written by Gary Chapman. It is the number one New York Times bestseller. I would highly recommend this book. Now, Chris hasn't read this book, but I read the whole thing cover to cover in like just a day or two. And I don't drink so close to the mic; it'll make a sound. ASMR. And I read it cover to cover in like literally just a day. And so I kind of just want to talk to you about what this means to us, because this episode's also just about quality time. So I work a second shift job. I work 3 to 11 p.m. And Chris works Monday through Friday from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I work every other weekend. He's off on the weekends. So that basically means we don't see each other.
It gets tough at times.
It gets really tough. We've been doing that schedule for like a little over 2 years now. Right at 2 years. And it's good because before we started that shift, we had been together for already like 3.5 years. So we kind of had a pretty good foundation set. But it's been hard. I mean, literally it's ships passing in the night. When I get home at night, sometimes he's awake, but he should be asleep when I get home at 11:30 or midnight. And when he gets up in the morning to go to work, I'm trying to get up and going to CrossFit. But usually I got to take the dogs out and I got to get whatever done. So we don't really see each other. And that makes it really hard because we don't see each other. I mean, we don't get quality time, and it's just sad sometimes.
Yeah, I guess it can be sad. But the time that we do get together, we do make the best quality of it as we can.
So that's what this is about making quality time of the time that you do have together. And that's why this book is so important. Because the whole point of the book is about loving someone how they want to be loved. So basically what it means is that Chris doesn't receive love the same way that I receive love. So I just kind of want to touch on like what the 5 love languages are. And again, I really recommend this book. If you don't have it and you can't afford it and you really, really want it, just let me know and I'll send it to you. Or I'll send you a copy or whatever. Okay, I guess I should have maybe planned ahead a little bit on this.
Yeah, we're just winging it right now.
Okay, so the first chapter.
Time. We're winging it because A, I slept a lot today. And B, we just got done food prepping. So we were supposed to start at 7, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, the meal prepping was like a little bit crazy. Anyways, so the first love language is words of affirmation. And basically what that says is that it's just that. good job. Thank you for doing this. I'm so proud of you for working so hard. Thank you for supporting me. Those are words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. So those are just like positive things that you say to somebody. All it is just a verbal thing that person receives, and that makes them, that is their version of love. Not saying I love you, but saying those positive
And
things.
over the years of being with you, I figure that's something that you or not figured, but I found out that that's something you thrive on.
I like words of affirmation.
You really like words of affirmation.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'll be like, did I do this good? Does this look good? Are you proud of me? Like those things, like knowing he's proud of me and knowing, like those are really, that's one of the ways I receive love. The second is quality time. That's kind of what this is. So quality time to me, it's not passive. Quality time, in my opinion, doesn't mean sitting in front of the TV for 7 hours binging Prison Break.
Which we're doing right now.
Which we're doing right now. That is not quality time. That is just spending time together. But to me, that's not quality. So to me, quality is like going somewhere and making memories and having meaningful conversations and doing things that we'll remember, making memories. So for me, I think that this is a love language of yours, because Chris always wants to go somewhere and do something. It doesn't have to mean it. We have to spend money, but it's just doing something that we can make memories with.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that was number 2. Okay, number 3 is receiving gifts. I feel like for a lot of women, this is their love language. It's exactly that. It doesn't have to be something that's super expensive, but just giving a gift like
Flowers.
I like flowers.
You do like flowers.
Just because for me, like, it's just the thoughtfulness. Like, it just says to me, even if you just come home and you're like, hey, I found your favorite candy bar that I know we can't find anywhere. That is just like, you're just being thoughtful. You're thinking of me. It doesn't have to be anything expensive or big or beautiful. It's just the thought that counts. Knowing that I crossed your mind and you saw something and you thought of me and you wanted to do something nice. Okay. And then the next one, love language number 4, that's acts of service. Another love language of mine. Acts of service is doing the dishes, folding the laundry, mowing the grass, cleaning the garage, washing the dogs, doing all of those things without being asked to do them. So that to me is a big deal, because no one wants to keep asking for you to do something, because that makes me feel like you're not being thoughtful. Like I'm just hounding you and nagging you like an annoying wife, and that's really annoying. No one likes a nagging person.
So keeping it real, in the very beginning when we first moved in together, I didn't do acts of service, and she got really mad at me. Now I know that those acts of service are something that our foundation is set on.
Yeah. I would never say that we get close to breaking up, but that was one of the times where I was like, dude, I can't do this my whole life, you know? So that was a big one. And then love language number 5 is physical touch. This is definitely a love language of Chris's. He loves to snuggle and hold hands. Sorry, I'm turning you into a mush in front of all your friends, but it's true. Sorry, dogs barking in the background. So physical touch. So holding hands, kissing, hugging. If I'm cooking and come up behind me and hug me and kiss me like that, those are the kind of things that he likes. And I think that you actually giving and receiving. That's like your way of showing and getting love is both things.
True that.
It doesn't have to be on this intimate sexual level. It can just be, those little things. Yeah. Love language number 6, which is why I put love language 5 + 1, is food. Because everybody loves a good taco.
Tacos are life, baby.
We really bond over eating and over trying new foods and over cooking. When we were meal prepping, he was helping me just like pack stuff up and get it ready, and so we kind of bond over that, and that's fun. I enjoy doing that. So that's love language number 6 that Gary Chapman did not write about is tacos.
Oh
God.
Sorry if that hurt anybody's ears. Sorry, not sorry.
And then one of the last chapters in this book is love is a choice. And I think that is really important. Because, there's a song that's like, what's love got to do right? And at first I was like, when I heard that song as a kid, I was like, I don't get it. And now I understand, because you can love somebody and you can have love for them, but when all the little things build up and it's like gets too overwhelming, then you're like, love has nothing to do with it. I need you to love me the way I need to be loved. If my love language is quality time and affection, and all you want to do is buy me shit and what? I don't know, buy me shit, like that doesn't help me. Like, I don't feel, literally in my head, if I like words of affirmation and all he does is buy me stuff, I'm gonna be like, well, great, he just thinks like he wants to dress me up because I'm this token person, but he's not actually like giving me love at all. When really, that is his way of loving me, but he doesn't know that I don't feel that way. So
That was an example.
that was just an example. But that's where the communication comes into. It's so big, especially when you have these crazy schedules where your ship's passing in the night. You have to communicate, and that's why the love languages is so important, because I have to tell him what I need and he has to tell me what he needs, and we have to meet in the middle and make sure that both the person's needs are being met. And I think that's easier said than done, especially when you're busy. So one of the things that we do is I have my entire, since his schedule is Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and off on the weekends, we know that the weekends are the best time for him to do things. So I have a giant whiteboard where I write my entire schedule for the whole month. I get really lucky that I get my schedule a month in advance. And the days that I'm off and the weekends that I'm off, we plan ahead. So like we will plan 2 or 3 weekends ahead of time, so that when those weekends come, we know that like that's what we're doing and that's it. There's no negotiation unless somebody's sick or dying or like something really big comes up that we can do together. That's what we're doing. So we really try to plan ahead of time and make sure that those hours are carved out for us. Since I've been working kind of weird hours right now, I go to CrossFit in the afternoon, and we try to make it so that Chris can go too. So if he can go to the 6 o'clock class, we go to the 6 o'clock class and try to do that together. It's just extra time. So really just like sitting down and figuring out when you can spend time together is so important, because for me, I'm like a little bit needy and like I need to spend time. Some people don't need that though, but again, that's like a communication thing. He knows by now that that's what I need, but not in the beginning, you know, and I didn't even know that's what I needed, which is also why this book is like so awesome, because you may not know what your love language is. You may not know what you need from that other person, but sitting down and going through this really will help you kind of determine like what is necessary for me to have a healthy and a happy and a relationship with longevity, instead of loving someone wrong the whole time and figuring out like, I don't get, why didn't it work? Where do you guys find the solo time with most of your free time allocated to couples, or how? Wait, what? How? Where do you guys
find solo time?
Oh! Hey! We are like on the same wavelength. So because we're on opposite schedules, I have a lot of time to myself. So in the mornings, I will cook. I'll take care of the dogs. I go to the gym. Like it's, you know, that's like kind of how I do it. Also, like, he likes to play, if we're home together in the evenings, like on a strange day, Chris likes to play his video games, and that's like after 9 o'clock. Like, we kind of know.
Yeah.
Like, I like to go to bed around like 9:30, so we'll hang out until then, and then come 9:30, he tucks me in because I'm a big baby, and he kisses me goodnight, and then I go to bed, and then he goes and does his own thing. So that's kind of how we do that. And then when we're working...
Hey, Candy.
Hey, Candy. When we're working opposite shifts, my alone time is in the morning. So from when he leaves from 7:30 till I have to go to work, that's my alone time. And I have a commute to and from work, so I get some alone time then too. I've been literally talking this whole
I mean, you're doing an excellent job. I'm just watching the chat. You're killing it.
I mean, do you have anything to say about it?
I guess to touch base with like the time between each other is, like we said, communication's key, guys. Like, you gotta communicate. There was a lot of things in the very beginning of our relationship that really gave us the foundation that we have now, because we put it all on the table right in the beginning. But, you know, throughout time, you're gonna find things where you guys just don't click on, and then you gotta communicate it. You can't just let it build up.
Yeah, and especially like having those hard conversations, things that you don't want to talk about, because it's just easier to sweep it under the rug. So like, for example, you know, when we first started dating, it was like I want to have kids. That's a non-negotiable for me. And then as time went on, then Chris was like, maybe I don't want kids. I don't know. So like now we've come to a good agreement. I think that we both at least want to have one kiddo. And then, you know, go from there. But that's a hard conversation to have because, you know, if you're with somebody and you have an item that's a non-negotiable, and this is not our situation, but something that's non-negotiable and that you guys agree on it, and then come a year later, 2 years later, all of a sudden that person changes their mind and now you're like, shit. Like, can we still be together? Like, how do we figure this out?
Another key word is compromise.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be willing to give and take.
There's things you have to compromise, guys.
For sure. What's something you've compromised on? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, no, I do not. I mean, no, I don't know. No, because I guess we've just really worked everything out where I don't really feel anything's compromised. I'm compromising anything anymore. I
mean, I also feel like, though, your partner can be, like, a giver. Because, like, literally all you want to do is make me happy.
Yeah.
So you're really good at, like, just saying, okay, we can do that. But there are some things, like eating asparagus, that you won't do.
Yeah. All right, when it comes to foods, yeah, there's some foods I can't do.
Yeah.
And... yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. But you've tried a lot of new foods. So yes. That's good. That's good. So, yeah, that's just something that I don't know. I just felt really passionate about because Chris and I have spent like almost 6 years together really building our relationship. And we don't fight. And it's like weird because I usually like to fight, but he doesn't. So it's kind of a good balance.
You all talking, you're no fighter.
Because you won't fight back with me.
I'll clap back. What's up?
Okay. Before him, I always used to like to get in fights in relationships. And then...
what's up, John? How's it going, buddy?
And then since him, you know, we don't fight. He's not a fighter, and it's probably a good thing because going back and forth is not conducive to a positive relationship. So we don't have children, but we do have animals. So one of the ways that we can try to get quality time with having all that chaos is including them. So we'll go to the beach and we'll take the dogs with us. And we let them run off and do their thing, and we can still spend time together. Or we take the dogs to the pool, and they swim themselves till exhaustion, and then him and I can kind of just...
One thing I didn't compromise on was taking cats on a walk on a leash.
I really wanted to take the cats on a leash, and he wouldn't let me. But I'm going to still keep trying because they're still young, so we have many years.
No, it's not happening.
I can chip away at them. Chip away at it until you say yes. So... it's only 5.5. Yes, it is. It's very refreshing. Literally 6 years into it almost, and we have never been in a fight. We've had disagreements.
A little bickering here and there, but that's
it. And it's funny that you say that because one of the important things is just learn to let shit go. Oh, hi, Sarah. We're in your room. Learn to let shit go, man, because, like, literally right before this video, I was, like, rushing to cook, and then Chris is like, we gotta go make this video. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming! And he's like, geez, you don't have to yell at me. I'm like, well, you're rushing me! And then that was the end of that, and then now we're fine. So, right? Is that how it happened?
Help me. Help me.
So, just learning to let stuff go because it ain't that crucial, and life is way too short. And especially working in healthcare, you know, I see it every day that people's lives are being cut too short, and it just makes you like really wonder, you know. So just let stuff go, the minor stuff, you know. If it's a big stuff, not a minor stuff, you got to talk about it. And just treating each other with respect. I think that's a really big one. Like, people joke and, like, will call their wives, like, oh, you're a bitch or whatever. Like, never.
Yeah, nah.
I would not accept that, but nor would he ever say that to me. Or I wouldn't be like, even if we're, like, getting an argument, I'm not going to be like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say that. That's just, some of that stuff you can't come back from. And even though, like, you get over it, I'm still going to remember, and he's still going to remember that I called him that and that I felt that at that moment. I might feel that way sometimes, but thanks. In the beginning, Sarah, I said it was from you. I might feel like that sometimes, but I'm never going to actually, like, say that out loud just because...
words can cut deep, man. They really can.
Yeah. I saw this post on Facebook, and I'm sure you've seen it, about when kids go back to school and the mom squeezes out the tube of toothpaste, and then she asks the kid to try to put the toothpaste back in, and you can't. And it kind of just like teaches them, like, once you release those words and once you put that out, you can't take it back no matter what.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
real.
So just make sure that you think before you speak, because those things that you say you can't take back. So communication, once again, just going full circle to how important communicating is, because respect and communication, and that all kind of goes hand in hand.
Yep.
So.
Agreed.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Not really anything right now at the moment. Does anybody have any questions right now?
Any questions? I'm sure he will.
Toothpaste adds up, man.
I'm sure he will.
It's expensive stuff.
So I just want to go to the back of the book really quickly, because there's a little chapter that says the love languages profiles for couples for her.
What's up, Pops?
So it's like a little quiz that you can take with your spouse. So maybe we'll do this. This could be fun.
Oh, we're doing this right now?
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay, so...
No.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I gotta see what this actually... Okay. Here's... Okay. So there's one profile. There's a profile of questions for him, and there's a profile of questions for her. So this one is for him specifically. So... I guess once you answer all the questions, there's like a score, and then you can like add up the score at the end. But we'll just go through a couple. So like an example of one of the questions for him is, it is more meaningful to me when I receive a loving note, text, email, or for no special reason for my loved one, or when she and I hug.
For me, hug.
Okay. So it's like a little quiz to help you like figure out what your love language is. Okay, so it's more meaningful to me when I'm around her, even if we're not really doing anything, or when we hold hands.
I don't know.
Both.
Repeat the question, please.
I have a fuzzy right here. Okay.
Thanks.
It's more meaningful to me when I'm around her, even if we're not really doing anything, or when we hold hands.
Presence.
Okay.
Presence is a big thing for me.
Okay. So quality time. There you go. Okay. So those are kind of just examples.
What about you?
So this is for her. So I'm going to go to the her now one. So, yeah. Go ahead. Just pick one. Anyone. There's 30 of them.
Wait. These are the same questions.
Yeah. But it says he instead of she. Sarah, you're absolutely right. It takes time, and it does change. Because my love languages from when Chris and I started dating are not the same as they are now.
No, they're different, for sure.
For sure. And it took time, definitely.
All right, here's one. I am able to just be around him, or I get a back rub or massage from him.
So you have to start it with, it's more meaningful to me when.
Oh, it's more meaningful?
Or whatever it says right there.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, start over.
Where was I? Shit, where did it go? Oh, here it is. All right. It's more meaningful to me when I'm able to just be around him, or I get a back rub or massage from him.
I mean, I know you think it's a back rub or massage, but I actually just like being around you. The massage is just a nice addition. Because I'd be sore.
Let's see. Where's another good one? Oh, this is a good one. It's more meaningful to me when I hear him tell me, I'm proud of you, or he helps me with a task.
Oh, that one's hard.
That's a good one, huh?
Oh, these dogs drive me crazy. Yeah, can you click that? No, you can't click. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, Sarah. We're trying to read what it says. But yes, it also does work for friendships, and especially workplaces, too, because I'm going to look on here. So my answer to that one, I'm sorry, can you do it again?
Sure.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
We're in an infinite loop now.
Infinite loop. It works for friendships, too, and good, and even you know how to appreciate someone better. Yes, definitely. For sure. You like, with work, too, like with friends, if you know, like, maybe need to butter them up a little bit, and you know that they like gifts or they like acts of service, you could, like, clean out their little workspace, like, bring them a treat, whatever. Okay, go ahead.
All right. It's more meaningful to me when I hear him tell me I'm proud of you, or he helps me with a task.
These are so hard.
Pick one.
Probably when you say you're proud of me.
Yeah, you really like that a lot.
Yeah. It's just nice to know that, like, someone is proud of you and someone's watching what you're doing and watching your progress. Because let's be honest, like, social media is a bitch. Like, it just, it allows you to see everybody else's relationships, everybody else's spouses, everybody else's weddings and accomplishments and everything. So that's really important for you to know that someone's always on your side and in your circle. So,
yeah.
Okay, Sarah, you're creepy, but it's fine. So I think that's it. We think we've been at this for like half an hour now. I mean, though that went by fast.
All right. Any other questions from anybody
23 minutes.
before we close this bad boy out?
Oh, Dina, it saved your marriage. Which part? The love languages? Are you saying that that's what saved your marriage? I'm curious to know. See if maybe she can respond. Maybe communication, or was it the love languages? I mean, I can see how the love languages could save someone's relationship. 25 years, that's amazing. Okay, the love languages, yeah. So my parents have been together for almost 30, and so have Chris's, which is bizarre, which means we're almost 30.
Getting old.
But that's okay. So, it's interesting too, because when we watch our parents, we're able to learn from them, and we're able to learn the things that we don't want and the things that we do want in our relationships too. So, some people, we're lucky enough our parents are still together, but even if your parents are not together, you learn very quickly, like, what you don't want to be in your relationship and what you do. Yes, Alicia, great book. Read it again. Because it's just like, I learn something new every time I read it. I've read it a couple times now. So, I think that's it.
Yeah. All right.
We didn't plug our Instagram tags last time. So, Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Oh, my handle?
Yeah, handle.
At CT_ZEE.
And mine's _Jill Taylor _.
Didn't you have a double underscore?
No.
Oh, it looks like it.
Shit, maybe it is. All right, try 1 underscore, and if one doesn't work, then try 2. So 7 years in. Oh yeah, Dina, it's great. I mean, it's really a great book, and it will help you, like Sarah was saying, in your personal life, your professional life. It just helps you all around. So definitely a book that everybody should read. Again, if you are super, super stupid broke and you want to read it and you don't have a copy, let me know and I'll hook you up. But don't try me. Okay, I think that's it.
I'll bark no bite.
Love you, D. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, whatever. You have to end it over there.
All right, guys. Okay,
guys. For next week's or 2 weeks' topics, please feel free to give us some ideas. If you have any thoughts, let us know. If you wanted us to discuss more topics. And that's it for Taylor's and the gang, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
See you guys.
Bye.